A Druid's Tale, Book 4 by Nemsun. I do hope that you are reading this and are well in mind and body. This tale is always my companion in my life as a druid. I write in these books to remind me of my past and to remember the lessons I should have already mastered. It has, however, proven to be a tale of tragedy, destruction, and woe. Many moons have passed since I wrote into Book 1 of A Druid's Tale, and many things have changed. I hope that this new book will be full of tales of success and victory. Now then, welcome back to another episode on the Magic Farm 3 mod pack, A Druid's Tale. I've been a little bit busy. Not very busy. I haven't done any more of the building side of things, but I have been plodding around, doing my chores, changing around some of the vegetation to get the 10-10-10 seeds, and I've managed to get a few 10-10-10 seeds. Nothing major at the minute though, but still, I've got a few. That's good. And I've been messing around with the spawner system to give me the blood in the blood altar that I need. And I've also been messing around with the bees because, well, if you didn't know, I had a little tour on the Hypermine Infinity server with Benito the other day, and that set me off thinking, oh, actually, there's a few things he said that I could employ over there. So today we might be going through a few bits and pieces all over the place and not getting too much done, I'm guessing. Let's get two of those, and one of those, I'm guessing that'll do. I don't know. The first idea that I wanted to put into place was getting some of these arcane blocks and doing some of these arcane stone bricks and doing some of this with, actually, no, not some of that at all, with some of this and maybe some of this and making some of that. Yeah, there we go, that's it, that's how it's supposed to be. So put those in there like that, put that in there like that, put that in there like that, and we get paved stone of warding, and we get 8 of those, which is pretty awesome. Paved stone of warding stops mobs from travelling past the paving stone. Yes. So that should stop mobs from coming out of this altar area without me needing to, like, build up a big structure around it, making it look a lot neater, like a magical prison box jar thing. I've taken out the middle block there so that it's 3 tall, so that I can do even Enderman. But it's got a block above there, so nothing can still get out. And Enderman would have their head at head height there, so they wouldn't be able to get out that way. And yeah, the basic 2 high and 1 high shouldn't be able to get out from it. We're going to do some testing though. What I've got here, I've been doing lots of killing zombies. I've managed to get a silver skeleton. Alright, and I could do with a bone meal, so I thought silver skeleton sounds like a great idea. Now, this system that I've got going on over here at the minute is still a bit sluggish, because it's not generating mob essence fast enough. Let's just go down the stairs here. Not generating mob essence fast enough. This little setup in here to make the blue slimes works. It generates mob essence, but it's not generating it very fast. As you can see, I re-arched this, so I didn't have to jump around over it. I can walk around it. I can go up the ladder. I made it all nice and neat and tidy again. And the tree farm. The tree farm's just sort of sitting, waiting for me to use charcoal. I'm not using charcoal fast enough to warrant the tree farm anymore. But this hardened portable tank I've got set up here, I made another 2 tesseracts. 1 tesseract receives fluid from the mob farm, puts the fluid in the tank, and then the other one pulls out and distributes that fluid from the tank. So it gives me like a buffer, because I didn't have a buffer in place before. And it's very slowly filling up. What I would really like to see is getting some cursed earth so I can make a cursed earth mob farm. At the minute, is this set up in the right place? This is the Extreme Skylands, which puts stuff into there. And the other one into the Blood Altar is the one that I want to use today. So good job we changed that first. And then I will mess around with this a little bit more. Actually, let's go down there. There we go. And access. And then put the silver skeletons in there. Now, this will use up a lot of mob essence. And that is the biggest issue at the minute with using this mob farm to reliably source the power of the blood magic. I can take these evil, nasty monsters and spawn them into the blood magic altar for me to sacrifice so that I can gain the power of blood magic. But it's not replenishing the life essence fast enough. Yeah, so I need Cursed Earth to do a Cursed Earth mob farm. But yeah, that worked. That's good. So as you can see, they are trapped within these warding paving stones. So they can't come and get me. As much as they can see me and would love to come and have a go, they can't. And they're trapped exactly one block on top of the altar, which means that I can use the Dagger of Sacrifice and slay them in a single hit. Ping! So I've got a little XP farm, and it puts blood into the altar all at the same time. And hopefully... no bones. Hopefully it would give me some bones as well. I guess that's not a very reliable source as well. Again, having a proper mob farm with Cursed Earth is going to be a thing. Now, there are two ways to get an activation sigil. To get activation sigils, or divination sigils, you can... cannot be crafted, but is found in dungeon chests. However, in its raw state, it is useless and needs you to activate it. Okay, so I can do the activation ritual, and that gives me Cursed Earth. I know that, but I need to find a divination sigil first. Now, it can be found in dungeon chests, or I can kill a wither boss, and the wither boss drops it. Killing the wither boss, well, that is just something I don't know if I can do. I think I probably could, actually, because I could probably kill a wither boss in the same way as I do killing it in vanilla. I think I'm better off in this armor than I am in vanilla armor, because the mana tablet takes all the damage. I could potentially set myself up with some potions of regen and all that kind of stuff to make the most of that. It's just getting the wither skeleton heads in this particular mod pack is a bit of a pain in the butt, I can tell you. Have you recently seen my Nether? That's the output. Has this got a flint and steel in it? Yes, it has. Have you recently seen my Nether? I don't think you have. This is a crazy place. A crazy, nasty, horrible, infested place. And it blows up lots. It's self-destructive. Whoa, 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 whoa. You did, didn't you? You did. Little self-destructing and things. And I've got a portal block here. Hooray! I've lit the portal again. And I'm back through. But that is what I'm dealing with when I go through to the Nether. I'm glad it lit itself again. That's pretty cool. It's because I've got the brick wall behind it in the Nether, so as the gas blasts blow it up, it also reignites it for me, which is awesome. But that is a terrible, terrible, terrible place. One of the things about having Nether ores is that they blow up, and they can catch fire, and they can blow up, and then they can trigger explosions and all sorts. So we've got all sorts of issues over there where most of the Nether just sort of blew itself up, and I can't go in there anymore. I would take a lifetime to get back in there. I mean, I survived that, didn't I? I didn't really take any damage or anything. I'm not too far off being healthy still, but yeah. I think I need to go somewhere further afield and create myself an... Wait. Missing chunks. Missing chunks. Let's just go over here and hope that they reload next time. There's quite a lot of things that I could do to go to a different part of the Nether. I can just fly off over there somewhere or over there somewhere. Just go somewhere else and place a Nether portal and go to the Nether at a different place and hope that I can get to a fortress and get some wither schools and stuff. So fighting a wither boss is a thing. is a thing that I'm looking forward to doing soon enough. This is another thing that I've been playing with recently, and it's night time, but yeah, we'll go underground a little bit. The idea of this is to try and automate the sorting out of the bees. So I've put the connecting extender blocks to extend the hives down here, or the aviaries down here. Alvarez? Yeah, apiaries. That one or the other. So that I can access a pulling mechanism to pull out and put into this chest. And then we've got a servo here which pulls out the drones, put the drones into this chest. This transfer node then pulls all drones out, does a cycle past all of the apiaries, and then back into the chest, the trash can. So if it can't fit the drones in, it trashes them, because it goes the long way around, and it always tries to find the first available inventory on this system, which is good for it. But I don't know if that's working properly. 25 in there, 11 in there, and 35 in there. So it looks like it's been doing it right. That's good. And so long as it's got at least one of each on there, it's not trashing it. This is just trashing honeycombs directly, because I'm not doing this for the honeycombs. I'm doing this to the tree breeding. And then this one is currently trying to take forest princesses out. But as you can see, this generation of forest princesses is NBT data is wrong. So I'm going to have to upgrade a little bit by making a servo that it can do. Servo that can actually do it and make that work. Because that's going to be something that I want to achieve over the long term, and achieving all of the different trees in forestry just to get all the different wood types and all that kind of thing is just a kind of a Druid's Tale thing. The Druid gathers all the different samples for all the different trees. It's like the arc, I guess, of trees breeding. Servo, I want to get all the bees and all the trees and all the animals and all the things and save them and then put them somewhere nice. Do I have a metadata? There we go. I can filter metadata, that one. Metadata, MBT data, or dictionary, mod owner, all that kind of stuff for filters. Extraction rate's only 1 per second. Stack size, extraction rate, yeah. Reinforced servo might be okay. 2 electrum, hardened glass. Yeah, 2 electrum and a hardened glass. Well, I've got 2 electrum, I believe. That's electrum, yeah, 2 electrum. And what about hardened glass? I'm going to need to make some hardened glass, so let's get a couple of that. And obsidian. I think I've got some obsidian kicking around in one of these chests somewhere. I have to find stuff everywhere. The other option for the servo may be that the metadata might work, so let's check that out. They're invar with normal glass. I'll check that one out first, and if I don't use that, I'll do the other one. Thermodynamics. Yeah, I've got 2 servos in there, and that still. So, invar. I've got invar and nuggets. Nuggets. That one, I've got silver and iron. I want iron. I want a piece of redstone and a piece of glass. Okay, piece of glass, piece of redstone. Was that all? And the nuggets. Yeah, the nuggets. So let's get 1 iron and turn it into nuggets. Alright. This is potentially not going to work. I'm not going to lie. I don't feel like this is necessarily going to work, this one, with the MBT data. But we will see. We will find out. And if not, I've gone for something else, haven't I? So, come on, numpty. Let's get back over to the bees. I'm doing all this at night. Very, very risky business, I know. Doing all this at night. Oh, good zapping. Give it a good zapping. That's awesome. Because, well, I've put down magnum torches around and about the place. So I'm not so worried about the mobs spawning around the place at the moment. Go on, down we go, down we go. Go on, down we go, numpty. That's it. I wish there was a way to go down faster. Like, you press shift to crouch, and that normally makes flying things descend. But in Minecraft, it makes you get off the saddle, doesn't it? Okay, so where is my wrench? There we go. Let's Let's try and get this updated. Boom. Okay, and put that back. Take that off. And then put one of those on. And we'll set that to use metadata, ignore metadata. Let's see about that. Okay, so I'll take a princess. And I'll set the princess in the filter. And we'll whitelist that. There we go. And we will put that on there. And it will automatically start doing it, hopefully. Well, it's taking this generation out. These generations will be the same amount of time in captivity because I took them from the same stock originally. I took them all from the same stock originally. So we got queens working away in there. It's automated so that I should be able to get some more of these tree sapling things. Where did I put my special thing? Put it down somewhere and I can't see it again. No, it's not in there. Never mind. Oh well, I'll collect these more a bit later on to get some different tree types. The only different tree type we've currently got is this silver lime, the lime wood. It's a pretty cool looking tree, isn't it? I like the looking tree. And the wood itself, if I can break it, it needs a bronze axe. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to break that with my fists. That's another thing about having tinkers, is all those different bits and pieces. And this lime wood turns into lime wood planks, which do have quite a nice look about them. I wouldn't say they're my favourite, but they are a first tier of tree breeding, so they're quite nice. I like. Another thing that I wanted to get sorted out fairly quickly because of the tour with Benito was checking out some of the Gendustry stuff, because this Gendustry is going to take a lot of power. And so I've got the solar powers and all that. I've made this mutagen and I've got plenty of that and all that kind of stuff. I've been using the mutagen producer. But there's another thing that I need to make the Alvarez. I think it's Alvarez. Alvarez. No. Forestry. Where are you, forestry? Give me Alvarez. Why is everything coming up with ALV? ALV. There we go. Alvarez. It's like that. Okay. So, yeah, in order to make these blocks, which I'm planning on doing, I don't want to use Gendustry for my main production. I want to use these good old forestry multi-block structures, because I think it would suit better in the series that I use those. I don't want to use the high-tech stuff. But to make scented paneling, right, I need the royal jelly, which we figured out a while back with the bees. We got the imperial line sorted out, and we're making lots of royal jelly. We need any old wood, which I can do no problem. Beeswax, no problem. But we also need pollen clusters. And pollen clusters, just basically, how do you make pollen clusters? How do you make pollen clusters? There is no easy way of making pollen clusters. I'm getting this problem every time. There we go. I've got loads of these impregnated casings, which I've been making, but the scented paneling needs pollen clusters. Now, in Gendustry, there is an upgrade that I want to try and use for the thing. Let's just go into Gendustry. And I really don't want to use too much Gendustry, but I'll use it as much as I need to. Gendustry has upgrades, and these upgrades here, these different upgrades are quite cool. So the first one I need to make is an automation upgrade, so it automatically transfers the bees around for me, but that consumes 10% more power, pain in the butt. But there's also a sieve upgrade, which increases pollen collection. So pollen collection there allows me then to be able to make the scented paneling. So there's two things that I want to get sorted out very quickly as well, if I can get out of my own front door. Thank you. Got to run at it straight head on and go straight through it first time. So I set up a Gendustry apiary just here, and a few more solar panels to give it plenty of power. That's also the power cables going down there as well. Until I've got something set up permanent, this will have to do, but it does take a lot of RF to make this sort of thing. Enable on redstone, disable on redstone, disabled, always on. Let's just leave it always on. I'll put some queen in there and put the automation and the sieve, and hopefully that will generate me a load of pollen so that I can start making the big multi-block structures. I only really need to make enough scented panels to make the first few of those multi-block structures, the alvarez. And once I've done the alvarez, then I don't necessarily need the pollen anymore. So, yeah, the other reason I was doing some of the trees was to do the pollen as well. I don't think I've got any pollen kicking around. I might have a bit of pollen somewhere. And I might find some in dungeon chests. I believe that's a thing that you can do as well. But anyway, let's have a look. So we're going to need to make these frame upgrades for a start. Tin, gold nuggets, and redstone. And do I already have any already made up? There's forestry, futures, forestry extras. Gendustry, was that over here? Gendustry, no, I haven't got anything made up for Gendustry yet. And nothing in these. I've got the impregnated casings in there, that's it. Okay, so the recipe for that, remember it, tin, redstone, and gold. Okay, so let's get a bit of redstone, and have I got any gold nuggets? I'll put those away. I've got aluminium brass nuggets, not quite the same thing. Lead, I'll put in there. Let's get a gold nugget set. And then some tin. And I've got quite a bit of tin still. That's good. Okay, so we'll make this one first. Boom. And I'll make 2 of those. That's lucky that everything's there just in time for 2. That's awesome. And then we're going to make an automation upgrade. So I need a piston, that, a bronze gear, and 2 more redstone. So I need 1 more redstone there. Thank you. And a bronze gear, which I'm pretty sure I saw over here. Yeah, we've got a bronze gear. And then some more redstone, which I've already got 2 redstone there. Okay, so what more do I need for the automation? Just the piston. Do I have a piston kicking around? No. Of course I don't have a piston kicking around. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And some wood. I think I've got wood stored away in there, yeah. 1, 2, 3, thank you. And another piece of iron. Thank you. And make a piston. Do I remember how to make a piston? I don't know. I use NEI so much these days to remember how to do these things. Yeah, that. 1 bit of redstone there. Let's make another piece of redstone. Thank you. So the automation upgrade. Boom. That gives us that bit. The next upgrade then is the sieve upgrade. So we need another bronze gear, but we need some of this silk wisp to make that pollen thing. Now, silk wisp is not crafted like that. Dang it. Needs silky propolis. Silky propolis is the only way to get the silk wisp, I believe. So silky propolis comes from silky combs. And that is all. So we're going to head over there to see what that does. I'll just take the other bits and pieces that I need as well. So I need another bronze gear. So bronze. Is that my bronze? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And an iron. And make a bronze gear. I think this will work. Yeah. Doesn't work anymore. Okay. Fine. Bronze gear. I want that one. Ah, it's copper in the middle. That's white. Okay. That'll do it. 1 copper in the middle instead. Copper with bronze around the outside. There we have it. Okay, so I've got that ready for when I've got the silky wisp. But we're going to go and install at least the first bee, get that bit done, and see if I've got any bees that do the silky propolis. And if not, figure them out and sort them into the right place. World generation. Thank you. There's this area over here is actually chunk loaded. I've got a chunk loader, spot loader down there, keeping those bees operational at all times to keep doing that, so I don't have to stand around watching them. But still, you've got the same issue over and over again. Let's put that in there. Okay. And what bee shall I use? First of all, I guess I should look to see if I've got any of this silky propolis, or whether I've got a bee that makes silky propolis. Well, that'll be downstairs, not up here. Let's go and have a look. So we've got normal propolis, no silky propolis. And we're up to 5 stacks of the royal jelly. So that's how long I've had that set up without getting this next stage sorted out. I've been distracted. I have definitely been distracted. So, okay, so how do we make silky propolis? Let's have a look at this then. So, silky combs. Silky combs come from what? Okay, it doesn't show me. Silky propolis comes from silky combs. I need a bee. I need a silky bee. Drone. Let's have a look. What drones do we have available here? Forest, meadows, modest. Tropical probably does silky or something like that, doesn't it? Marshy, maybe. Red drone, unusual drone, white drone, cyan drone, pink drone, lime drone. No, so it's probably going to be a tropical or a marshy, I would say. Well, leave that down in the comments down below anyway, because I will need to set that up very, very soon to get that going, so that I can get the next thing done. I'll do a little bit of research between this episode and next episode and get that set up. Just thinking now, which one do I want to move into the Gendustry area? A quick one, I guess. Quick rocky, that'll probably do it. Let's just put a quick rocky up there. Because I've got so much of the production now. I've got layer upon layer of bees doing stuff, but they're all the same type of bees. You see, these are all mystical, meadows, and unusual, maybe, something like that. So I've got lots of bees doing the same things, just producing produce. And what I really want to do is have one of each bee in each hive, and then down in here, a load of the alvarez doing the work of the bees that I want to produce me production value. Those are just like the collection. And at the minute, it's production value at the same time. So let's put that in there like so, and it's already working. Oh yeah, it's already done that much work. Okay. So I should see this filling up with combs and working very quickly enough. I just need to now sort out which silky propolis is which around about the place. That is the next task. And then, well, I think I'm going to go off on an adventure. I think I'm going to go caving, exploring dungeons, and finding all sorts of places. I would like to get myself a division sigil in a roundabout way. But that might take a lot of time. But it would be a lot of fun at the same time to go on an adventure and have a big fight through all the caves and stuff. Go a bit caving. But the other method will be to open up a nether portal in a distant place so that I can access the nether from a different location. One that isn't absolutely stuffed and blown up and mess and mob spawning everywhere and horrid and nasty, and a place where I can't even walk out the door without getting blasted to smithereens. So that is what I'll plan on doing very soon, going out and doing that. If I find anything interesting, then I shall record it. Otherwise, I shall just wander around and try and find a division sigil. And when I give up that, I will go into the nether and start thinking about finding a fortress that I can get mob heads. Yes. Because I need that cursed earth for the farm, and I need this over here. I need to start finishing up some projects before going massively into other stuff. The magic crafting side of things, we've got quite a lot of it all set up already. And the idea of that is to just have the magic crafting set up. So I can craft quite a few bits and pieces there. And then use those magical devices that I can craft to help in farming all the things on Magic Farm. But that's it for today's episode. Thank you all very, very much for watching. I will see you again next time in a Druid's Tale.